You, what going on? It's your boy, Ja, same difference. We there with another one. We there with Miss Regina Benois, aka TNT Fire Girl. And yes, we did try to do it before. However, it didn't go so well. That's what happens when you go live. Sometimes you get some technical difficulties, but that's okay. I told her I wanted to do her some justice, so we had to run it back again and do it this time properly. All right, so she's backstage. She can't wait to get out here and talk to you guys. And I'm gonna give her the opportunity to show you what it is that she does. Because I like it, I would never do it because it's hazardous materials. But I'm glad that somebody does, and we're gonna talk about it right after these messages. Hey,
Hey,
thanks for having you back. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. Didn't want for your episode to be full of technical difficulties, so it looks like the gods are smiling on us tonight as of right now. So I don't want to push it. Can you go ahead and tell the people
yeah,
who you
right.
are, why you on the show, what going on?
All right. So good night, everybody. Wappa almost had us nervous at the beginning of time because, wappa, wappa, wappa. But anyhow, my name is Regina Benois, otherwise known as Reggie or Trini. Um, my business name is TNT Fire Girl. I am a fire breather, and I get hired around the island. Hope to soon transfer some of this positive vibes over there to St. Thomas and time. But I get hired for different parties. Just because surprises, prom, birthday parties, you name it. Soon to do gender reveals. So that's pretty much it in a little quick little nutshell.
All right, thank you. So you're a fire breather, right? And we don't even need you to tell us what that is. I can just show you what going on and why I would never do this crazy thing. All right, so this is her. This is you. Down in Frederickstead, it was a just because ladies event. I'll let you go into it after, but check it out.
Ow!
You're bringing a spice, you're bringing flavor with you.
Yeah.
So, what was going on this evening there?
That evening was a mother who decided to do some upliftment and motivation for her daughter and her daughter's friends. So they had dinner and then they hired a photographer. And she told me she wanted me to do kind of like a jump scare. So that she wants them to be getting ready to take a pose or a picture, and then I come out of nowhere. So my kids are usually my twins. One is my fire safety, the next one is the music and videographer. And we just came around from the big clock, and that's exactly what happened.
So you put your children in to walk too. They learn in the business.
Yeah, they gonna hang out with me until I'm no longer cool.
That's what's up. Now, why is it that you do fire breathing? What got you into it?
Number one, the Paramin Blue Devils from in Trinidad and Tobago. I played my first Juve morning as a teenager with them and was just mesmerized by the stink, dirty mass and the paint, jab, jab. And I just see this guy with a dog collar on, and the next one have him like a demon or something, and it's mass. And he just had this water bottle with this fluid in it, and he goes, "Woof." And I jumped back because I was too close, and I said, "Ooh, I want to do that. I like that. It's the danger. Just woo." I'm not right. I'm not right.
Now, you know what's funny about this young lady here? She's a thrill seeker. She liked the danger and everything. You heard what she does, and is definitely afraid of public speaking for some reason. Though this right here makes her nervous, which is funny to me. Right, considering what you do.
I turn into a
What?
different. I really do. I get
So
into
there's a persona. There's a different.
like
Do you have a name for her who you turn into?
diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Diamond does. She just elevates and become that fire. And
Mm.
sometimes when I'm performing, it's right before the performance. I decide what I'm going to do. It's a spur at the moment and a sporadic. Hey, this sounds like a good idea. Let's do it now.
So you and your children are you to come up with it before the performance, or like are you to practice? What?
No,
How
like
that
let's
work?
prom. Um, I meet the prom gentleman or the lady right
Mm-hmm.
like right before we about to go up by the golf course there to get ready to go in line. And I go, I have an idea. That same night, they tell me what song they want about a week prior to that and what colors. So I try to match the outfit and I listen to the song to try and figure out when is a good time to maybe let a flame go out or whatever. And then when I reach and I meet them, I tell them, hey, you want to try this tonight? How do you feel about doing this? How do you feel about that? And within that little 5 minute time, that's when showtime is ready.
How
Spur.
long does it take you to get your performance um together? Because you said there's music, there's your outfit. You know what I'm saying? Like basically, the fire has its own elements. How long does it take you to get everything right?
If you told me right now, let's go out to my front yard, I'd be ready to go do it. I always have a bag
Okay.
and a costume or something hanging up, and the ideas in me just flow. My brain doesn't really stop ticking. So,
Is it different every time for every show?
well, I do have a signature move. I have two signature moves.
Okay.
Every time it's done differently. There's more. Like this year had sass. This year had a lot of energy. When you see I was done, I was out of breath and needed a Gatorade. Like I was,
Hmm.
I was out of breath. But I love when that happens. That means I put on a great show, not a good, a great performance. And I
We
feed
appreciate that.
off of the crowd. So for my last prom performance, it was central. I put the fluid in my mouth, put the flambeau down, and I just started to get crowd participation. That video was every time I watch it, I get goosebumps because the crowd was in it. They were in it. They were hyping
Hmm.
me up. Yeah. When you hear the crowd in the background, it just hyped me up even more.
So, what was the best performance you've ever put on? Can you remember it?
The one for my son last year. That one was epic. It was emotional. We did like a TikTok mother and son routine. All the little TikTok dances and moves and everything. It was a cute
Hmm.
little. He didn't have a date, but he came out stag and he had his little swag going on. We had a secret handshake, and coming up the road, he wanted to do Afro beats. So he came up to this Afro beats tune, and then when he came out of the car, he did something from Pink Sweat. Look, I'm not gonna remember somebody's artist.
No, I heard a pink sweat
Yeah,
before.
Icy. That song called Icy. We did a dance routine to that. And after I sent him off, we saluted each other. I broke down and cried like a baby. I did. It just felt like this
Oh.
initiation. Because right now he's in New York. It's been a year now. New York living his life, doing his thing. The bird.
Now, where have you performed or with who? Because I know you were telling me you done some stuff with Shamari and you got some stuff under your belt.
Yes, I do. My first performance altogether on the island was with The Beach. Dejan and Shandy, and they were my start. They were my ultimate first on stage soca monarch. Blam, this is what we're gonna do. And I was like, really? And I completely hyped, excited. Shamari, I opened up. That was one of the first shows at the Fort in Frederickstead. That was one of the first shows after COVID, which was big. So that was an honor because he had great dancers and everything just opened up. I also opened for Alvin Burke's Carnival Meets the Runway, Canagator Ballpark. They had the runway out there by the parking lot there. I've done 2 weddings last year. Prom every year. Um, Tamisha Liebert, I've done some fire for her last year for a year before that. For
Big up to Misha because she's doing her thing in the soca industry.
that's my girl. That's my girl. Whoop whoop Tamisha. But yeah, anybody who really just asks me, hey, can you support me? Especially local artists, can you support me with something? Man, I dare. I am there. You support me, I support you. That's how we move. You understand?
That's how it's supposed to be, though.
Yes, and that makes me happy. That fulfills my.
Now, you talking about local artists.
Yeah,
I don't know how many people know, but you're also a local artist yourself. You want to tell us about that?
I am. I have been writing tunes for a while, and maybe because I. Not that I'm saying nobody took me serious, but I was heard and I was taken in by Dejan and Shandy, and I have joined the beach. So I wrote my first tune, and I will be coming out for the Soca Monarch alongside Dejan and Shandy. If not both of them, one or the other, we'll see how it goes. But I did write my first tune, and beats were bad, and we're gonna see what happens.
Who all is on that? Is it just you on that one?
Um, Dejan is in the background. He's got some vocals in the background. The lyrics I wrote, he rearranged and he came up with the beats. So far, it's still early in the game. There's a lot of time to mold this like clay. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's what I love about music and lyrics and writing. I get such a vibe from it because you could just put this on paper and it's words to somebody, but to me it's a movement. And then you could just twerk it how you want. I want this song. I want this word over here. I want this beat over here. How about we let's put an echo to this. How about this?
Hmm.
And just sit there like you're doing something like chemistry, and then something pretty comes out of it. It's amazing. So I'm enjoying it so far. So far, so good.
That's what's up. Can you tell us what the experience was like for you? Right, this is your first song, right? It's
Like,
your very first song.
first song that somebody has taken me in for. Because the others,
Okay.
I got a little petty, and when I saw nobody was taking me serious, I kind of
Hmm.
to the side and I said, I tried one more time. Don't ever give up hope. Keep trying, keep pushing.
What
And
was the experience like for you? What's your songwriting process?
my songwriting process is I find something that my brain is just rolling with for a minute. So like love. Love, for instance. It is one of the things that I find it's the things I want for myself is simple, but that my simple might be somebody's difficult. Something that I might find is easy might be somebody's hard. So
What
I
what do you mean? Can you give us an example of what you mean?
um just because it's, let's just say you and me are dating. We go to a store.
Hmm.
You go one way to get something, I go another way, and I pick up something and I go, I know he'd like that. That's a just because. Because you were on my
Okay.
mind. That's something you like. Not everybody thinks that way. And you
True.
expect everybody to be like you. So sometimes that's what makes love. this difficult thing at times. And that's if um that's the compatible connection you have with that person too. So I wrote the song about what it feels like when you do reach a moment of love. And I was in a situation where I felt that way. So I wrote on how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da! So
And it came about.
yes, I love writing with what I feel. And majority of what I feel, even if it's anger. I have another song. Oh God, that one is nice. But I'll go wait on that one. But that one, awesome. It will make a good
Can you let it loose or
that
you
one.
vex on that one?
But it's a funny vex. So,
Okay.
but it's a good jumpy.
We got a question. We got two questions in the chat. Fantabulous Hanley, Chef Hanley, she's asking, can you just sit and write, or you have to be in a certain mind frame?
I actually can sit and write. I could
Just because it's like you need to do it, like it's time to do it, so you sit down and do it.
it feels like an itch. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Or like what the I do, he'll send me the beat and I'll
And you
listen to
feel it.
my eyes and go, oh, I got something. Yeah, just so right. Just
Nice. Do
just
you
so.
write poems as well?
I do. And I have done it with a freestyle poem I wrote within like 5 minutes on the spot at levels.
So
Yeah, when I feel
at
like it.
levels, was that like a open mic night and you did it, or what?
Like the open mic amateur night, you just go out there and bust out a
Dang.
tune, a poem. I got
Yeah, you
one.
brave for real.
Yeah, I had I think I had a shot of fireball, and I was like, "Woo!"
You all ready to go?
I, was, I got it.
Mm. Now, the poems, have you ever turned one of your writings into a song?
No,
No? Would
but
you like to?
I would like to. But you know what? I do believe a touch of what I said one night kind of folds into the tune that I wrote.
Okay.
So
Now, you're obviously from the name TNT Fire Girl. You could hear the sing-songy accent, is what they call it, right? It's different from Virgin Islanders. Can you tell us what is the music experience like for you, like through the Crucian experience as compared to TNT? Cause ain't no horn, a man music is carrying. Like, what's the difference?
um, I'd say the difference is wow, because soca to me is just universal. Honestly, soca is universal. When I first heard Crucian music, there's a lot of bass. If I had to say something, Crucians have some bass, some bass. Damn, 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 damn. When you start hearing that hyperactive crew or toasty ISB, like when you hear them bands, you be like, oh, okay. So even Vio, Vio got that. Dun, 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 dun. When you start hearing that bass, when you know it because you feel it. You understand? So I would say that if anything would be the difference. Now Trinidad, you have the brass. Da-da, da-da, da, 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 da. Yeah, you got the brass and the drums. So and we got bass too, But if I had to say those two distinctive things, I would say that would be
Hmm.
to my ears,
Definitely.
my
No,
opinion.
I get what you're saying. The bass definitely, especially for bands like Carnage and stuff, and
Yeah.
Tafari. I think his name's Tafari. Like, they be hitting that bass for sure. I know what you're talking about, and
Yeah.
it's also, I think, very drum beat heavy. You know what I mean? The music here. And what would you say your vibe is? Did you mesh the two? Is it more TNT music? Like, what did you do with your sound?
I think it's more a crucian with a soft soca behind it. Because remember, it's a groovy. So groovy can't be too much of wine up your way and say, listen, it can't be hype up. Groovy gotta be Adam O. Adam O does groovy to me. A lot of his music is groovy, and that is like the hey, let me
I
lay
get what
back
you mean.
and let me chill. Like that's you hear a tune and you're like, yeah, yeah, that's smooth sailing. So I would say that song is a smooth sailor. That is a real smooth sailor.
I hope I don't offend anyone, any band bats out there for what you're about to say.
Oh,
But I get what you're saying because Adamo is more sing-songy, right? He focuses on his lyrics and the melody and like taking you on a ride.
a journey.
Pause. Yeah, and then like
You
VI Calypso, you know, the lyrics may not be how to properly say this so I don't get banned. The lyrics ain't really like, they're not Shakespeare. You know what I'm saying? But the beat got you and you know what you need to do next. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Grab a girl. What? Like, you know what, you know what coming. Would you agree with that?
yeah, I would say that. I mean, but that gets the crowd going though.
Of
Play,
course,
play,
I love it.
play A-list everywhere in this world. You will
Of
get granny to
course.
even bend over,
Of
okay?
course.
You will get
Before
granny.
I cancel me, I was not saying I don't like it. It's just a different vibe. I grew up on it. My God, Vaya and Jamban and all of that. It's fine, easy. Why come for me? Chef Hanley is asking, do you want to take it further than just Soca Monarch now that someone took you in?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I love to have the opportunity when a door is open. I put my foot a little touch in, and I just keep on my foot, whole door open. So I will be going home to Trinidad soon to visit my family. It's been a couple years too long. A pleasure trip. I always going home for funerals, and I gotta change that.
Mm,
I gotta
yeah,
change that.
yeah.
So I'm changing it, and my kids and I going on a little vacation soon. And I hope that trip feeds me with the culture and the vibes and the music and the food and everything is gonna give me that little flavor I need to come back and really just for true just hit the music hard.
I like to think that I read people very well, and I think you seem like a person that feels things deeply.
I'm
Like there
empathic.
are people that, you know what I'm saying? Like, how they say people I see in colors, and that you seem like that type of vibe where like when something hits you, like you go with that emotion and you ride that wave.
You see, Mikel Teja with that song I Feel a Little Runaway and
Mm-hmm.
a tune, Jesus Lord, let me
It's a
tell you.
big tune. It's a big
That
tune. Yeah.
tune, right now if I listen to DNA, I'll start to cry because
Mm.
through an emotion. I could see myself getting on the plane 5 years later, getting on that plane and landing and seeing that sign, welcome to Trinidad and Tobago. Do you know what that's going to do? That will feel amazing to be back home around my brothers and sisters and family. So, yeah, there's certain tunes and music and artists that I look up to a lot. So, yeah. Yeah, that definitely, I am an empathic person. I do see and feel.
In case Darren is in the comments, what's your sign, Miss?
I'm a Gemini. I had to celebrate my birthday.
Not
And
Gemini. And here's Sai. Sai says, "Happy birthday."
thank you.
Now I wanna go over some of the stills that we got. I think we got one more video to show actually.
Oh Lord.
So this one was Complex Prom 2023, right? And she said for her birthday she just won a twerking contest. You're gonna see why.
All right there. I love hearing that from the crowd.
Yeah, they will turn up. They will turn up. They will lit.
Yes.
You want to give us some background, some context on what's going on?
Oh gosh, my girl. That was her daughter. Her daughter ended up on in front. She was like, "I need you to go out there first. I need you to hype up the crowd. Look at me. What? Because normally I just come behind or in between two cars." She said, "No, I need you to run this." I said, "So you want me to act the fool for it? What song you playing?
Mm.
So tell me what tune." I went, "I got this." And they didn't expect what I was gonna do on the ground. I didn't expect what I was gonna do on the ground. It is just a, you know what? I got an idea. This is what we're gonna move with and see how it
Hey,
goes. Hey,
I watch them Trinidad girl. I only been with one. That shy business is a lie. That shy stuff is a lie.
you're
Nothing shy about Trinidad woman. I just saying.
we sweet too bad. We like sugar. You don't ever have to put
Mm-hmm.
everything
So it
sweet.
says same energy for 2024.
Yes,
You
sir.
did 2024 prom
From
too though, right? You
it,
did that. And hopefully on and on and on and on.
I also did another performance. I mean, it's ongoing and I like it, but I want it. Thank you for telling me happy birthday. I want it to be where it doesn't die. It's like, oh, she coming out, not her again. You understand? Things can get redundant, and because this is culture that I'm trying to keep alive, it's a Juve morning culture with my flambeau. So it's like I'm
Hmm.
keeping this alive. I keeping my culture, Caribbean culture alive, and this is how I do it. And it's fun for everybody. I mean, I just get burned up sometimes. My eyelashes grow really nice now because I burned them off one time.
Uh,
It's part of the game.
Marcus, it's part of the game, of course. Marcus wants to know what do you mean you didn't expect this? You just walk around with gasoline and fire,
Well, actually, I walk around with lamp oil. I used to use kerosene before that.
lamp oil.
Uh,
Okay.
Even the tiki, tiki lamp thing, I could use that too sometimes. If it's a sporadic moment. So if I don't have lamp, I'll be like, "Hey, drain that lamp right there for me. Let me get some of the oil out that." And everybody gives me this look like, "What?" So, yeah, you didn't expect this. What do you mean you didn't expect this? I didn't expect it, or what exactly is the question they're asking?
Yeah, Marcus, go ahead and clarify what did you mean by you didn't expect this? Now, there's a disclaimer that you should probably put out a warning
Do not,
about the liquids that you use.
do not try this at home. Do not think that's just something that you could do overnight. I have been doing this since I was about, I'd say 15. No, no, lies. I moved to Trinidad when I was, let me see, 16, 17. So 16, 17. Because I was born in New York and I was raised in Trinidad.
Mhm.
And at around 16, 17, I just started playing with fire after Juve morning. And I saw the Paramount Blue Devils and I was just like, I want to do this. This is my crazy. Everybody got crazy. This is my crazy. And I loved Carnival. So yeah, that's how I did it. And for me to tell anybody, yeah, I learned it like that. I had a lot of mishaps. I had a lot of uh-ohs, a lot of oh my god moments. So I would not recommend this. Nobody just to get up and say you want to do it. This is a lot of practice over a good course of some years. As I said, 16, 17, and onward, but I'm 45 now, so
It's funny. You answered the question. Did you like
I
playing with fire when you was younger, or found interest as you got older? Chef Hanley is asking. So she really want to know, were you an arsonist? So
no,
don't incriminate yourself on here. Like if you burn something, we don't want to know about it.
no. More my love about it was when I saw the Blue Devils or the Jab Jab. When I see them in performance in St. James during Juve morning, that's what got my energy. Well, it's actually my eyelashes that blew off Marcus.
The eyelashes so real close to your eyes.
Hey,
Dang.
Sometimes you get a little back just whoosh, and you go home and you're like, oh gosh, wait a minute. Oh, they're gone. All right. Yeah, put a little castor oil and hey, they grow up real nice. I think sometimes
Mm-hmm.
burn them off and they grow back really good.
Now, you know what I think about that? Do not try this at home either. Don't tell them same difference to you.
No,
But
don't do that.
I see that if you burn the grass on your lawn, if you do a controlled burn and then you cut the grass and stuff, it comes back beautiful. Don't tell them same difference tell you to do that. I'm just saying I've seen it, and what happens, I'm not telling you to do it. But Marcus wants to know, where did you learn to do that?
Trinidad and Tobago.
Now,
Trinidad.
you say you learned it, but you taught yourself though. You didn't learn from somebody.
No, I taught myself. I really did. When my father wasn't looking or whatever, I play around with the pitch oil. The pitch oil and the kerosene. My mother busy cooking and I kind of do and I kind of go off so and whew, and I go, oh, wait a minute. Woo! That was dangerous, but wait, that was exciting.
No fun.
And then I slowly started figuring out how to control because it's a control. You gotta learn how to keep it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure
Mm-hmm.
that shoot it that way and not this way. So yes. Yes.
So while you're doing the dance and everything else, you have the liquid in your mouth already,
I do.
and okay,
I would say something, but it would be rude. So I'm gonna be
go ahead and say it. We good. We good root on it.
I don't swallow.
She's a spitter. All right.
You better.
Do you give classes? There might be people want to know.
No. Unfortunately, I just find it's a that's a big liability and a risk. I don't want nobody to come back saying TNT Fire Girl Trini, Regina Reggie, Miss Benoit, tell me do this. I know this one side of my face bun up. I had to go hospital because I swallowed the fluid. Like so unfortunately, no.
Is there a safe way to even teach this thing? Like, it,
I
where did the Blue Devils that you saw
yeah.
get it from?
Well, when I saw it, I don't know where they got it from. I did crazy too. I love crazy. Crazy that track crazy. So
Mm-hmm.
I said it. But the thing is, when I saw it and I tried something and I got a little too close to getting burned the first time, I tried water.
Mm-hmm.
I trained myself because when when you're projecting it, you want to make sure when you put that flame in front of you, you ain't putting it all down your shirt because then you can catch yourself on fire. So I used the
Yeah.
water at the beginning when I was learning to do it. Marcus killing me.
Yeah, yeah. He'd be going on with a lot in the come. So I know, and that's with alcohol and like doing fire shots and all of that stuff. Be careful with fire, man.
Yeah,
It's real.
it
Did you
is.
have an arson bug? Tell the truth, cause now I'm wondering. Did you have a little arson bug when you were younger?
Oh no, no, no. I wasn't.
That's the only. You didn't burn anything. You just did
Tuesday
this.
morning is my sickness, is my bug. Before I really started to get into carnival, Juve morning. Oh my God. I can't tell you about a Juve morning. At the stroke of midnight. Don't look
Hmm.
for me. I go do the wrong stuff
Okay.
and my parents find me later on. Once my father made me drive all the way from Port of Spain and stop at every gas station because he thought I was gonna feel shame. I was covered in mud, chocolate, dust. I was covered head to toe. Like I had to wipe my eyes so you could see my eyes. He said, "Oh, you like Juve? You get in the car. We gonna drive home." I didn't care it was worth it. That's how
What
important.
would you saying that? How could we improve our juvie? This is just a random question. Cause people, I ain't even gonna ask if Trinidad own is better. I don't know. I'm not ashamed to say. I know it's better. How
Well,
could St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John improve ours?
well, what is a Juve to each place? What is Juve to each place to begin with. So I know Juve to be stink, dirty, nasty. Don't go there with no hairstyle and think your edge is gonna be laid and you're gonna be smelling good when you leave. Like you gonna be half dressed, you'll be messed up, you'll be covered in either. If you're going from one time I played
You
Massive Man,
hear this?
I had
You
chocolate.
hear this?
Other
St. Thomas, St. Croix girls, stop being stush.
oh God, me and
I
say, God,
stush.
uh,
I saying it.
I
This
ain't
is same difference talking though.
God.
Stop being stush. You're there to get dirty, not create content.
You
Throwback
sorry.
batty.
I'm telling you from my experience.
No, go ahead. Carry on. I apologize.
You want no problem. But I'm used to like when you leave a Juve, you can leave one corner have the bins full of chocolate, then you have the jab with the black soot and just black paint. Then you have your blue devils with the blue. Then you got I remember back in the day, like oh gosh, 17, 18, Marsha Montano had powder posse and powder, baby powder everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. So yeah, yeah, I'm used to that. So it's like this year, or Carnival gone, Juve morning, my daughter and I went to Juve and she helped me cover my whole body in blue. I was the only blue devil in this Juve and I was getting side eye, bad looks, weird. Like it was kind of uncomfortable, but then at the same time, I was loving it because I was being me. But I used to enjoy when you do something crazy like that. Do something crazy, you know. So I'm gonna do it probably again, but I'm gonna probably see if I get some people join me this year. I'm gonna try to see if I get some people do some jab or something, man.
The job thing is you gonna do that in Trinidad when you go home, or you gonna do that try and
I
do that in the VA?
like to start doing something. Hey, anybody listening right now, link me. Let we try something for Juve, man. Let's make some. Let's make
Yeah, you
some
got troop now. You got troop.
nice saying, hey, whoever get one or you want me to join it or we let's make some ideas. That's all I about. Let's make some ideas.
Let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
So are you so have you been considering maybe having like doing that during Juve, doing your fire breathing technique then?
I wouldn't do the fire breathing here. It is
Can you bun some?
not during Juve, but nah. Nah, it'd be a little tight. Be a little tight here, but I
Okay, okay.
I'm born for and nah, right, nah. They
That's
could
fair
just
enough. That's fair enough.
yeah, leave that over there.
All right. I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. Hey, what's up, Maria? Thanks for coming through. Does it leave the fluid? Does the how to say this properly? Does the what
Lamp
is
oil,
it called?
lamp
Does
oil.
the lamp oil leave an aftertaste in your mouth?
No, no, because as soon as I finish perform, I usually have my fluids that I have next to me and I do a swish and then I'm good to go. Maybe it does and maybe I just got immune to it, but right now I don't have it no more.
Okay. I had to make it clear what I was talking about before people come in and think this is Freaky Friday.
Uh-huh.
All right. And I got the stills. I want to run them there.
Okay.
I got the stills I want to post up. And somebody is asking, what is jab? What's jab? You see, that's not our culture, man.
Jab is a Juve devil, a Juve demon. You gotta remember in the slave days the significance of carnival, especially down islands, Trinidad, all them places there. Juve was the mark of having the days off as a slave. 2 days marking at the stroke of midnight. And you'd use your flambeau, which is what I use when I blow my fire. That was your flambeau was your way of sight. Either that or a kerosene lantern. And back in the day, slaves were called the devil. That devil, the nigger, the devil, that demon. Us as black people had all these different names. So the significance behind it is play the devil, dun, dun, play the devil, back, back, back. So when you get into that, that's part of the mass, is part of the culture and the story behind that. So that's what a jab jab I know of. But there's many different stories because there's many different concepts
Hmm.
to it. So yeah, yeah. I love it. I absolutely love it. The more dirty and paint all over your body and mud and I there for it.
If you follow as many carnival pages as me, you'd have to look into it because I don't know if y'all have seen it. It's they cover themselves in the oil or grease or whatever they do in like Grenada and Saint Lucia and stuff, and it's this black grease or whatever, and then they'll have a helmet with horns. So and you might have a tail or whatever. It's all black, and the jab jab, like she said, is the devil or a demon, and that's them. Like the devils or the demons, they represent like slavery, oppression, stuff like that. So there is a background to it,
Yes, yes.
but the Virgin Islands, we just don't do it, and I don't know how that will go over if you introduce it, because
It,
from the time you start talking about dressing up like a demon,
oh God, yeah, devil was
I don't know.
some jab jab actually have the chains. Some of them actually have
Hmm.
some of them actually have frog with them. I could only see people running when they see the frog, you know.
So if you see girl walking down and they got the black grease and they got the horns and they got a whip and things like that, technically it's not sexy. It's not sexual. However, they still gonna show back body
Yeah, of
because
course.
that's a thing.
Dirty
But
body.
yeah, so today's Same Difference Live is brought to you by the letter J for Jab Jab.
Yeah, I love it.
So on this still, what going on here? What going on?
This was at a business of excellence um performance I did with a crew at the Grape Tree Hotel, and this was me doing a. They were doing a photo shoot where the ladies were lined up, and as they were getting a picture, I blew one good flame so the photographer could get the flame as it's moving in there still. So that this picture is my daughter from the other angle.
So right there, that's your daughter in the picture behind the
No,
flame.
no, she's taking the picture from the
Okay,
angle.
got you,
That
got you.
yeah,
What
that's
is this one? What's happening here?
that's just me showing off doing my thing.
I like this one because of the flame and the way that it is coming up. It's sexy,
Thank you.
but it don't look like you're blowing the flame. So what going on?
That's because I've done already blown it, but I projected so
Hmm.
that's where it goes. I've gotten good, man. I gotten good.
Of course, with years of experience.
Yes,
Again, do not try this at home.
yes. Kudos to my daughter for that picture there. Not this one, the last one.
And
This
what's this one?
was an epic picture because I just did a commercial with Sandcastles. As you know, Sandcastle, let's say Sandcastle, yeah, Sandcastle Hotel is expanding, and they brought down a film crew and everything, and they called me and they said we would like you to help us with our construction of a commercial coming up. And I said no problem. So they took me out on the beach and they said do whatever you want. I said you sure you want to tell somebody like me that? And I just had a field day. But the first thing I did, I walked up to all the people, whether they were vacationing, having dinner, and I said free fire show.
Hmm. Okay, so they
But
could gather around.
I just I love getting the feel from everybody, the audience.
I get it.
Or I get a woo or a yes or a what? Like when I get something like that, I do more. I do much more. I love a good feel from people.
And we have this one shot by our very own, if I'm not mistaken, shot by Sin.
Yes,
That's
yes.
sincere.
He does always catch me every year. Or EMJ videography. These guys are awesome. Local photography and videography, always on point. They always catch me a good angle. So yeah, this is actually one of the first um gentlemen for prom that has ever held my flambeau. And as you see the way that shot by Sin got us, it looks like the fire is coming from his hand. But that's just me
Mm-hmm.
letting him hold the flambeau a certain way, and I just lighten it and I pull back so he's got more of the picture for himself. That is a viral picture. This prom
Yeah,
season, really
that
amazing.
shot dope. Big up, shot by Sim, aka Sincere. Big him up, man.
Yes, man.
And so that one, I really do love that picture because, like you said, it looks like it's coming from his hand, but you said it's coming from the flambeau. What is that for the audience, please?
It literally is a beer bottle, empty beer bottle. I like to tear all the paper off of it, so it's not encouraging the fire to burn up on anything. And I like to use anything that's high in cotton percentage, so anything closer to 100%. If I could get a cotton, a rag, t-shirt, man shirt, something like that, and I put my lamp oil in it. In short, a Molotov cocktail.
In
Pretty.
short, you're what now?
In short, a Molotov cocktail where you're throwing it can burn up things. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Nice. So
Okay.
for the flower, and you use it for seeing it will last you for a long time if you're going camping or you're going through the bush and you just fit
Mm-hmm.
one night and you can put it. The breeze doesn't blow it out. So in that performance for prom, the second one for Central High, that flambeau lasted me for the whole performance. It doesn't go out like that because you kind of light it like you make your own wick pretty much, and that's why it hangs out my bottle.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
What now, Chef Hanley? I can't really find the message right now. She was asking what is the platform where they can like follow you and find you.
Well, right now all my footage is on my Regina Benois Facebook. Regina Benoit. I am working with another local business partner to get my own I wouldn't like to say web page exactly, but we're working on a with digital commercials and stuff. We could start to branch that away from my personal page. But right now, you can find me on Facebook. My Twitter, not my Twitter. What is it? My Instagram got hacked, so I'm kind of trying to fix that.
Man,
I don't
okay.
understand. What you want from me, a little old me. So I can't even get into it. So I have to start over with that one. So soon
So
enough,
are you gonna maybe create another Facebook page, even separate?
I'm in the midst of doing that. But as you know, I work many jobs and
Yeah, yeah.
stuff. So it's like I'm gonna find the time to do that, and then I'll just move everything to the side.
Okay.
So it,
Can can you tell the people how to book you and what you do? Like you do events, birthdays, all that. Can you just list off how they can reach you if they want to book you and what you do?
um, I do just about any booking. So if it's a birthday party, weddings, I've done lots of weddings, celebrations, just celebrations. Period. Prom, parties just because. You could reach me, Regina Benois, REGINA BENOIS, and you can't miss it because you're gonna see me and my three kids behind me on my picture. As I said, I'm working on doing a separate page, but for right now, Messenger would probably be the best way to reach me. Facebook Messenger, and I am on TikTok under Red TNT Hattie. RED letter T, letter N, letter T, HOTTIE. Right now, I have 2,699 followers on TikTok because I'm quite the entertainer with other things. I'm comical and I'm just out there. I'm a motivational speaker. I host parties. I did a ceremony of a mistress of ceremonies for Mother's Day. So yeah, just about all that. So if you need me, Hail me up.
All right. And what final words do you want to leave the audience with? What do you want them to know about what it is you do, who you are, whatever, or just like a good message to leave the audience with?
I love keeping culture alive. I'm gonna bring more of it back. I'm gonna be working with some great people this year, and I want everybody to know: be happy, stay happy, and be positive. Keeping it simple.
All right. You heard her. So for me, um, I don't really have a lot. She said it all. She's dope. Y'all reach out to her, book her, get her on your next event, whatever the celebration is. She could do birthdays, get-togethers, girl night, boys nights. You want to go out in the middle of the wilderness with your partner, them. She could just blow some fire for you, whatever. All right, but go ahead and support local people, man. That's what we do over here. I think her internet may have went out. I guess it's just in time. But that was Regina Benois. I'm Ja. This has been Seeing Difference. We thank you for coming through. We love you guys. Thanks for watching. Remember to share this live so other people can see it. Because we're dope, she's dope, and you're dope for coming through. We love you. Peace.